Use the Bass brushing technique to dramatically stop gum disease. Did you know that 90% of adults have some form of gum disease by the age of 30? Even worse, 65% of 15-year-olds show signs of gum problems. A lot of times, people completely miss the gum line area and just brush the surfaces of the teeth. In other cases, they brush the gums vigorously, which causes severe damage to the gums and leads to abrasion recession. Bass toothbrushing is the solution, and it eradicates both the problems mentioned above. So, start today and work on your technique, and eventually you will become the master of Bass toothbrushing. Watch the full video and you will learn why this technique works so well and the scientific research that's gone behind it. What is Bass toothbrushing? The Bass method of toothbrushing is a technique used to disrupt the pathogenic bacteria below the gum lines where normal brushes cannot effectively reach. A Bass toothbrush has much fewer bristles than your average brush, which helps it reach those awkward crevices in and around the teeth, including the gum line. It is important to get the gum line because this is the location where the dirty bugs like to hide and build a long-term home. Bulldozing this area with an antimicrobial solution and a Bass toothbrush will give you the optimum chance of curing your gum disease and helping you navigate to greater oral health. Any evidence for it actually working? There are many studies proving the effectiveness of Bass brushing, and here's an example of a study carried out in India. The study was carried out in 2014 and compared 3 different brushing techniques in 6 to 8-year-old children. A total of 180 children were selected and divided into 3 groups. Group A was told to brush using the horizontal scrub technique, Group B was instructed to use the phones technique, and Group C were left with the Bass technique. The children were examined after 24 hours and the results showed significant reduction in plaque in the group who used the Bass technique. The horizontal scrub technique came in second, and the least effective was the phones technique. This clearly shows that when Bass brushing method is implemented correctly, it will reduce the plaque and in turn reduce the pathogenic bacterial levels in the gum tissue, leading to a healthier mouth. The link to the full research paper is in the description box below if you're interested in reading it. Who invented this technique? Dr. Charles Cassidy Bass was the founder of the Bass technique, who also developed better ways to floss. For this reason, he's known as the father of preventative dentistry. He studied the epithelial attachment and plaque accumulation, identifying what he termed as the ZDAG, or zone of disintegrating epithelial attachment cuticle, which he felt was the spot to fight gum disease for maximum effectiveness. He saw that plaque took 24 hours to form and concluded that a clean tooth does not decay and periodonticlasia does not occur around a clean tooth. Dr. Bass developed precise specifications for his brush. It was to be 6 inches long, 7/16 of an inch wide, and 3 rows of bristles, 6 tufts per row, 80 bristles per tuft, and each bristle 0.007 inch in diameter with a rounded end. Another important thing to mention is that he himself suffered from periodontal disease and lost 2 teeth. His dentist told him he would lose all of them, but that did not happen. He died at the age of 100 years and still had a full set of teeth, apart from the 2 which fell out. This clearly shows that Dr. Bass knew a lot about oral health, and we should be following in his footsteps. Is there a special way to use the Bass toothbrush? Yes. It's not like a normal toothbrush where you just brush the surface of the teeth and pretend you got the job done. You need to be targeting the gum line area. If you take a look at this tutorial, you can see the dentist is pointing the brush at a 45-degree angle so that the bristles go into those small spaces. You then basically give a few vibrating motions for around 5 seconds, then push it upwards so any particles stuck in between can be pushed out. After 5 seconds, move on to the next area. Once you have done both the bottom and upper set, you can move on to the top and back areas. For this, you need to hold the brush vertically, making sure to push the bristles in and vibrating them. It should take around 1 to 2 minutes to complete all the areas in your mouth. Use an antimicrobial solution. It's all well and good trying to reach all the gums and disrupt bacteria, but if you're not going to kill them, you are wasting your time. You must use something that can eradicate the disease-causing bacteria, and only then will you see an improvement in your gums. Regular toothpaste is all right at keeping teeth clean, but to truly get down and beyond the gum line, you need to have an oil-based antibacterial solution that can be active for much longer than your traditional toothpastes. That is why we recommend you try out the Oral Wellness Healthy Mouth Blend. It's an oil-based solution made from essential oils that help eradicate pathogenic bacteria. We have created a separate review video about this, so make sure to watch that as well. Now, coming back to the Bass toothbrush, it's really cheap to buy. The ones we bought were from Oral Wellness, and we chose this company because of the Healthy Mouth Blend they sell with it. We tried searching for this type of brush at our local stores, but apparently they don't stock these specific types of brushes. The Bass toothbrush costs $2.75, and the Healthy Mouth Blend is $22.97. So in total, that is $25.72, which is very reasonable. If you're someone who struggles with bleeding gums, plaque, and bad breath, this Bass toothbrush will help you tremendously. The link to the product page is in the description box below, and we've also placed an article that gives you a bit more information on the Bass toothbrush if you're interested. That's it for today, but please make sure to subscribe, share, and comment. Thanks, and see you next week.